Here we are with Marathon. Marathon just had its server slam, and depending on who you ask, it either showed potential or exposed problems. Players jumped in expecting polish. Instead, some walked away questioning stability, gunplay feel, and long term vision. So, was this just a stress test doing exactly what it's supposed to do, or did Marathon show cracks at the worst possible time in the foundation?
Are you not entertained?
Alrighty, so here's the reality that we're looking at here. Server slams are meant to break things. That's the point. Push the infrastructure. You gather data, you fix core issues before launch. But perception does matter. Players experience lag, balance issues, or even instability, even in a test. It shapes confidence, and it matters the most, especially for a live service shooter trying to enter such a crowded market. So the real question isn't, did servers struggle? It's, did Marathon build trust, or did it really lose so much momentum before it even started? Make this short and sweet. Yo, that game is just, ugh. The UI is cumbersome. It's confusing. You don't know what button does what until you press it. You don't know what to do, how to do your loadout. It is next to nothing trying to teach you, tell you anything about the fucking game. It is so goddamn convoluted. It is frustrating because this is what people. They made Halo. No one gives a fuck about that no more. But this shit here. So I'm giving my impressions. They call them runners, but they don't. I guess they moved away from that because you walk. Well, you move so heavy, but they used to call them runners. Now they're called shells, which I find odd. The shooting is nice. I mean, they are supposedly the king of first person shooters. The shooting was nice, the lighting was beautiful, the coloration, illumination, saturation, everything was just very nice. The art direction, I don't know what the fuck this art is. I don't know who designed it because the story said, hey, they stole this from somebody, but it is so fucking confusing. It is like neon everywhere. The oranges and the limes, just everything is so fucking bright. It seems like a goddamn acid trip. I do like the design, but god damn, it's so fucking bright. But you would take at least 3 to 5 matches to figure out what the hell you're doing, how you should be doing it. And probably by then, you probably don't want to play it anymore. I played 5 matches. I lost 3 out of those 5. And the shooting feels great. I mean, it is a Bungie game. They're great at shooters. The shooting feels good. The environment is kind of, yeah, it's a mixed bag. There's some nice things. There's a lot of baddish things, but I've never played a shooter that made me just feel like, yo, what the fuck was this? This is to me, and like I said, this is an impression of the Server Slam. The Server Slam is nothing but them just stress testing the servers. It ain't got shit to do with them changing or taking feedback of the game. The game comes out in like a week and a half or something like that. So don't take what I'm saying to heart and be like, oh, they still have time to change it. No, they don't. That's why they didn't call it a beta. They didn't call it a demo. They didn't call it none of that. They said what it was. It's a service slam. It is just testing network infrastructure. And to me and the other people who I play with, this game need to go back in the oven. Needs to go back in the oven. I don't know how proximity chat worked. Didn't use that. Me and my cousins in the party. We're always in a party. No one really talks in game chat since like what 2007, whenever the hell before party chat was introduced on 360. So I don't want to hear that. But for me, it's a hard pass. Like, no, no. I did like the gunplay, but just your overall gameplay loop, I'm just not seeing it. And then, of course, the one thing that fears me, just like that fears me in Arcs Raider, was when I won and I got new guns and stuff and whatnot with me. The next game I got popped so fast before I can fully use it, and then it was gone. It was gone. It goes bye-bye. I did read in here there's supposed to be a class or shell similar to like a free loadout, how they do in Arc, but it's kind of, I didn't get to see it in action, so I'm not even going to even try to speak on it. But that's what they were talking about doing. But I'm just no, in my opinion, no. But Treese, what were your impressions of the game?
Yeah, you really touched on everything. I thought the colors was all in your face, very vibrant. I'm like, okay, they're going the exact opposite. Where I wouldn't say Arc Raiders is more. Yeah, I guess I would more realistic. This is more
Uh-huh.
cartoonish and over the top. And it's like I don't know how to describe the people that lean more into this art style because because this is even more more over the top than Fortnite. I would think, but I do have to touch on a few things. Yo, the tutorial is non-existent. This game doesn't tell you what to do, with how to do. It's like, oh, learn by getting your shit pushed in, and that's how you learn. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You're supposed to show me how to play the game, at least on some type of basic level. And no, they didn't. Now, will it be different in the real game? I don't think so. Like my cousin said, I think this is it. And it's really weird because they had not stress test, but people they had like a demo. Was it a year or so ago? And that's when they was like, no, everybody was gonna complain about like basic ass shit that's in all extraction games. They didn't even have a proximity chat. So they went back to the oven, rebaked. So we're getting the already rebaked product. And hey, it's still some stuff. There is still some stuff missing. The characters you play, the gunplay was good. I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I was just so confused. And I was like, "Let me just go back to Arc Raiders." Jesus Christ. A lot of people was, when the server first came on, it's like, "Oh, shit, this gonna end Arc Raiders, blah, blah, blah." And I looked up the numbers and fucking I think Marathon dropped 50% of their player count in, like, 12 hours. I saw it on I'll put a picture up 'cause I was like, "Well, damn, that didn't take long." I thought they would at least get a couple of days in, like, nah, people start leaving instantly. I have starting to see like the major streamers and stuff is like, oh, this game is ass. I don't like the game either. Okay. I'm trying not to shit on it too bad, but it's just not for me. And I've already come over here saying, hey, I only got one live service game in me, and that's financially because both these bitches is $40. And time-wise, I just don't have the time to fucking have 2 live service games. It's just not in the cards for me. So, Marathon was really never an option. The only reason why I even downloaded the thing is because my cousin really wanted to play it for whatever reason, but I can't get him back on Arc Raiders. But there's
Or
still some
unnecessary.
things that I would think still needs to be cleaned up. But I mean, they launched on March 5th. Like that's next week, right? So I think this is what y'all gonna get. A lot of people on Twitter are saying like, "Hey, is this about to be the next Concord 2?" And I'm just like, it can't. It's not that bad. It's not on Concord level. Let's not do that now. Let's not go that far.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, yeah, I saw that shit a few times on Twitter, but don't get me wrong, people was talking shit about it, and then there were some people saying, "Hey, I like it. I like it." I mean, the colors is for somebody, and the art style, the different way of playing the structure. But I couldn't get over the fact that they didn't tell me how to play or what to do, and I was really like a fish out of water, trying to hope I can hop around to water to survive. It was a weird experience, I would say, in its totality. Weird experience, an experience that's nowhere near good enough to make me leave Arc Raiders at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a hard pass for me. I'm good.
It's not even a hard
It's not
pass.
my
You
cup of
were
tea.
always passing, probably.
I try to give it a chance. I just try to be objective and not just totally write it off, just like, oh well, and you don't like first person shooters. No, I don't, but I do play some of them. I do indulge in quite a few of them every now and then when they're set up right or catch my fancy. But I just didn't enjoy this, and the true lack of any type of letting you know, hey, this does that. I mean, I think it took my second, oh, it's like my third game before I realized, yo, I can heal myself. Yo, that bothered me. I'm like, yo, what? But that's what's going on.
Yeah,
But like I
and
said,
I'll also be intrigued when this game launched because this is at $40. So what if they do some decent sales, but then the player count drop? Like how long is the leash that PlayStation is giving Bungie on this game? Because from earlier reports, they was saying like this shit needs to be a hit. Do I feel like this guy hit material? No.
nope.
So I will be very much intrigued the aftermath of this game because I'm not saying there'll be a high guard too, but hey, it's a lot of more games that's gonna be a fuck ups in this year. We just started the calendar year. We still in February, and hey, Marathon could be the second high guard fuck up of the year. I mean, I don't know, but I'll just be interested because a lot of people who commented on our past channels about Marathon was like, yo, they need to lower the price. $40 is too much. So we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. I'll very much be intrigued about their numbers, their sales. PlayStation feels that Bungie can continue as they have been, just, doing their own thing. I have to wait and see though. But hey, let us know what you think, how you feel about this topic. Do you think Marathon can definitely take some players away from Arc Raiders, or is Marathon a second, but it's not a close second at all to Arc Raiders? Let us know in the comments down below. All right, that's a wrap up for Weekend Newsdom. We cover a lot of good stuff. The whole fucking Pokemon Red, Fire Red, Leaf Green debacle, the marathon stress testers, and all the juicy topics for the gaming as per usual. But let us know what you think and how you feel about all the topics we discussed this week, and we'll see you in the comments down below. But as always, we'll see you at the same place, same time next week. Peace.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?